As an entrepreneur or even a solopreneur, a lot of us have high value services, and it's really hard to kind of convert that into something seamless, something that looks rich and actually allows you to sell. So, one of the things that people look at is, are you polished? Do you know what you're doing? And that sort of thing. One of the things that you probably want to do is create a program. Once you create a program, you might want to contain it into a simple presentation. And a lot of times these are a little difficult to do because you're placing information from left to right and trying to figure it out. Canva makes it pretty easy. So I wanted to go through this process on how I'm doing it. So the first thing is use Canva, canva.com. This is a presentation to my LinkedIn pilot program. I won't get into it too much as far as the program, but I want to do is talk about the process in order to create this presentation. So the first thing is I had a soft launch, and all I did was create a Google document about what it is. And I created it's almost like a two-page, well, it's a two and a half page, big letters. It works on certain things, but it did not really work too well in my audience, and I tend to want something a little more polished. And so I took this information and I repurposed some of it, and I've updated the program. And so what I wanted to do is give someone a lot of bang for their buck. So I have for the pilot program, just to clarify, it's for people that can't afford the accelerator program. It's people that just need help, support, and guidance. An hour a month, unlimited email. I give them step-by-step guidance by doing a Loom video and showing them how to fix stuff on LinkedIn. It could be how to target individuals, how to fix this individual issue, why are my messages not working, day-to-day process, all these business processes that make LinkedIn a great platform to use for a lot of your high-value services. I also wanted to add courses. And I said, you know what? I've done quite a few courses. Let me roll that into this program for free. So they're getting a lot with that. I even broke it down to monthly strategies. A lot of times people don't know what they need help with, and they need to have a process in order to go down in order to do step-by-step items so they can improve monthly. Other people have specific problems, and other people may want to pick certain things. So I had to put these ideas together. And I also wanted to say, well, maybe I can give you discounts on other courses that I didn't create. And so I have partnerships in order to give like 50% discounts in order to kind of access other courses and things like that. So that I put that information together from both of these guides. Then I went to Canva, and Canva has a lot of very good templates. Believe it or not, I am an award-winning designer. So I helped Coca-Cola Enterprises design a version of those. Did a lot of Flash work back in the day, animation, a lot of Coca-Cola work, Xbox Mobile, Wrigley's, Harry Potter movie releases, Spider-Man, you name it. I did a lot of digital assets, gamification for that. And so I can design these things pretty well, but I don't have the time. I don't want to spend more than 2 or 3 hours maximum, not 30 or 40 or 50 hours. So I'm reducing my time by 10 times. We'll take a look at the Canva homepage, and I'll just show you what I do. I go to templates, and I go to presentations, right? And the presentations have a number of different filters, and it really depends on what you want to look for. And you can kind of skim through what makes sense to you and get a good idea from that. You can filter it out. What's new, what's aesthetic, what is clean. Maybe I just want super clean version of it and may have a particular style. And so is my presentation a product? Is it talking about an event? What is it? And then once you get into some of these things here, let me go ahead and look through this, see if I like anything. I can probably use, say it's a business proposal, right? We'll just take this for example. And you can select that. And if this is the template you like, you can go ahead and use it. And you can click on Customize Template. Now, once you customize the template, you can add all the other slides if you want, and you should, because taking away stuff is much easier than adding. So let's look at the one that I just put together. So this was a template I put together, and it had 16 slides. Out of 16, I used 9, and I moved it around depending on what I needed. So I put all the content from here and in here as well, and then repurposed it on the LinkedIn pilot program. So I found this template. It looked great. I like the fonts. And there's a couple little things I needed to change. The fonts are a bit small on a lot of these presentations. I like big letters because I like less content and able to get an idea across. And so I want to create this presentation. And if I post it on LinkedIn, it ends up being a carousel so people can flip through it. So let's go through this. I wanted to actually create a need, right? Why would you do these type of things? So I have 1, 2, and 3. And I said, need guidance. Do you need it to be affordable? And do you need it to be versatile? And so those are the 3 things that a lot of people ask. And I kind of present those items first. The second thing is that, well, this is kind of the solution. So you presented a problem. I presented a solution. I said, no more guessing, get direct answers from a LinkedIn expert consultation. I break that down. I said, oh, it even comes with LinkedIn courses. The fourth item is monthly strategies in any order. So I'm creating a product that's very easy to digest. And if you're not wanting to jump in with both feet, you can kind of take consultation step by step, And so a lot of people don't have the large amount of sums. So I did a much lower offering just for this presentation. Now, I'm not saying you should do a lower offering. I'm just saying that I'm covering my basis because I have my high-end clients that provide probably about 70% of the volume of money. And I have my lower-end clients that are easy to manage. And that's the key when creating some of these actual business models, if you will. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10. And those are the major sections that I cover. Of course, I can cover anything they need help with, but if they wanted to start from the beginning to end, they could definitely do that. Another thing too is talk about getting traction. And some of these things don't have a lot of content in it, but it conveys an idea. And and then we want to talk about some of the courses. This is some of the bonuses. So they end up getting 100, lessons, 100 videos with downloads, slides, you name it, right? And then they even have a LinkedIn mastery course where they can have half off. So I have a partnership that allows us to do that. Then of course, and I say it's up to you, really, a little bit of humor there. So I took 15, 16 pages and pared them down. And a couple of things that you'll notice is that the fonts are way increased because it needs to be very visible. And so some of these presentations have a lot of content in it. It's probably less content and more concept, if that makes sense. Now, I produced this entire PDF from start to finish within 3 hours. And actually included pulling content from something that already existed, taking some of that content and we were reworking the ideas, right? And the third was to find a template that you actually like. So just say I want something more aesthetic, right? And of course, I'm able to find something that I want to use. I import all the slides and I take a look at that and I remove the slides that I don't need. And then actually on the presentation, you go through that and see what makes sense on the flow, and you reduce the information the best way you can in order to get a clear concept out. So this is how you can use Canva to create your high value offer or any offer. All right, thank you.